Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura once again. I want to thank each and every one of you who is taking his personal time to support us by sharing our content and subscribing. If you're watching this video, kindly, I beseech you, the only way you can support us is by clicking that subscriber button, and remember to turn on the notification bell so that you are able to get our future uploads as we upload. We believe that by the end of this month, we will clock the 10,000 subscribers as per our target. Back to the Kenyan politics. Recently, I have been following a debate concerning the borrowing by the Jubilee government. We understand Kenya has massively borrowed to do some projects. Some of those we can see, the standard gauge railway and the rest. When the Kenya Kwanza coalition was formed, the Deputy President William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi have been lecturing Uhuru Kenyatta, saying that Jubilee government borrowed heavily without tangible projects that can generate back the revenue and pay the debt. William Ruto himself, in several occasions, as he stood on the podium, since they parted ways with Uhuru Kenyatta, lecturing us and telling Kenyans how Jubilee government is corrupt, how Jubilee government has borrowed without value, how Jubilee government has injected Kenyans into heavy taxation to pay back the heavy debts borrowed from China and other countries. But then, I want to say this categorically, and I know in one way or another he might be getting this video, or his allies might be getting this video. Those who have been discrediting the Jubilee government on borrowing. In 2018, William Ruto stood on several podiums, in funerals, in churches, and in rallies, strongly defending the money borrowed by the Jubilee government. I remember Ruto clearly said that as Jubilee government, we can be accountable to every shilling that we borrowed. As Jubilee government, we are people who borrow with projects in place. We are people who borrow by knowing what the money is going to do. So as Jubilee government, we can account for the money borrowed. Ruto further defended the Jubilee government and said, if there is a government that has historic developmental record, is Jubilee government. He continued to say that as William Ruto and as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, who we formed the government together with Uhuru Kenyatta, I can stand here publicly and defend the money we have borrowed. Ruto said, we borrowed money, yes, but that money has built railways. That money has paid school fees for children. That money has built roads. That money has connected electricity. Ruto confirmed that yes, we borrowed, but then the money borrowed can be accounted for by us, Jubilee government. If there is any man on earth, if there is any man in Kenya right now who should not lecture anyone on borrowing by Jubilee government, is the Deputy President himself, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Why? This is what he said before they parted ways with Uhuru Kenyatta. Listen to this man very carefully.
Kukopa, tunakopa kama tumepima vizuri ya kwamba hizi pesa zitatumika kujenga reli, kujenga barabara, kuweka damu kama hii tunataka kujenga hapa Karimenu, kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wanasoma, stima imeunganisha, na pia tumepima ya kwamba tuko na uwezo wa kulipa, na inasemekana ya kwamba kuna ofisi ambayo itakuwa tayari. Wiki ijayo nitawatumia kutoka provincial administration hiyo milioni 10 mnataka, na Bwana County Commissioner 60 days uwe umemaliza kujenga hiyo kitu, na County Commissioner au hiyo Sub County Commissioner awe ameripoti.
Mimi ningependa kuwaambia wale ambao tunashindana na wao ya kwamba hamuwezi kuvuta rekodi ya Jubilee ya kujenga barabara, ya kuunganisha stima, ya kushughulikia mambo ya matibabu, ya kusomesha watoto wetu. Hamuwezi kuondoa rekodi ya Jubilee kutumia propaganda ya ufisadi. Haiwezekani. Rekodi ya Jubilee inajulikana. Kama ni barabara tumejenga, kama ni hospitali tumeweka vifaa, kama ni stima tumeunganisha, kama ni technical training college tumejenga. Na wale ambao wanajaribu kutukosoa saa hizi ni watu ambao wamekuwa mawaziri, wamekuwa watu wakubwa serikalini miaka karibu 30, hawakujenga barabara, hawakuunganisha stima, hawakuwa na mpango yoyote. Saa hizi wameenda kujificha katika mambo ya ufisadi, kujaribu kusema serikali ya Jubilee ati ni serikali fisadi. Kama serikali ya Jubilee ingekuwa serikali ya fisadi, tungejenga barabara, tungeweka maji Mandera, tungejenga reli, tungejenga technical training college. Watu wawache mchezo.
That is William Ruto. He has categorically told critics, I'm very sure in the video you have watched, Ruto was categorically addressing Raila Amolo Odinga. He was telling him, I want to tell our critics that Jubilee government is a government that has direction. It's a government that knows what it's doing. The money we borrowed, we can account for. We have built the railways. We have built roads. We have paid school fees. We have connected electricity. We have given people water. And so many praises as per what you've listened. I want to ask Kenyans that where does Ruto get the audacity to lecture the Jubilee government on borrowing? Where does he get the balls to stand now and tell Kenyans how Jubilee government has heavily borrowed without any valuable projects that can be seen? I'm just asking you a question as a Kenyan who critically thinks without being biased politically. In this video today, I want you to put politics aside. If you are supporting Azimio, if you are supporting Kenya Kwanza, if you are supporting whatever, mahali popote unaunga mkono, whatever party you are supporting, I want us to put aside politics and critically think and analyze the allegations raised by the Deputy President. Ruto is part of the Jubilee government. When Jubilee was borrowing, Ruto was in government. When Jubilee borrowed money for projects, Ruto was among the people in that government. And you've listened to him on record saying, as Jubilee government, we can account to each shilling that has been borrowed. We are a responsible government. That is Ruto. And now, where is he getting the guts to lecture us on how borrowing has sunk the economy of this country? Ruto anapata wapi nguvu ya kusimama kuanza kutuambia kwamba pesa ambazo wamekopa nyingi zimeua uchumi wa taifa letu la Kenya? So does it mean the borrowing the borrowing they did by Uhuru Kenyatta together when they were in Jubilee, the borrowing that he was defending when he was in Jubilee is the same borrowing that is now sinking the economy. Is that what Ruto wants to tell us? That now because Uhuru is supporting Raila Odinga, now the borrowing is sinking our economy. Yet when they were together, the borrowing had brought a lot of development in this country. If there is a man who should not lecture anyone on borrowing, it's William Ruto. If there is a man who should last stand on any podium to raise allegations on borrowing, it's William Ruto. Right now he's telling us, can we listen? When they were launching the Kenya Kwanza coalition, Ruto categorically stood. Ruto categorically stood. This man Ruto, sometimes I sit and think, Ruto has a problem. If it's not a mental problem, then Ruto has a serious problem that doctors need to examine. Yes. Our deputy president is not normal. When I look at him, what he says today and what he will say tomorrow, I categorically, with a lot of confidence, say our able incoming president William Ruto has a problem. We need professional doctors from India to intervene. I don't know how we shall treat this, but let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, history will harshly judge Ruto. History will harshly judge him. In a dispensation where media doesn't forget, history will judge him harshly. In a dispensation that we have records, unless they petition social media and media houses to delete the data, history will judge Ruto harshly. You cannot support borrowing today and tomorrow you start lecturing Kenyans on how bad it is to borrow. You cannot promote borrowing yesterday and today you start telling us how borrowing can sink our economy. You cannot. It's high time Kenyans will think twice. Ruto supported borrowing. Ruto endorsed borrowing. Ruto said they can account for. Ruto said the borrowing has brought development. Ruto said borrowing has built the railway. Ruto said borrowing has connected electricity. Ruto said borrowing has paid fees for children. Ruto said the borrowing has built roads. Where is he getting the guts to tell us how bad borrowing is? Where does he get the guts to tell us that Uhuru has eaten the borrowed money? Where does he get the guts to tell us that Jubilee government has failed due to borrowing? Where does he get the audacity and all the energy to lecture us now that Jubilee government is sinking the economy of this country? Ruto, ay, mimi umenisinya. I have been following you and I want to tell you categorically, without fear of contradiction, you can say whatever you say. I know you will comment. I know you're watching this video. You can comment whatever you comment. But I want to stand on truth and tell you for a fact, truth be said, William Ruto has a problem. Yes. Comment whatever you do. Hey, najua wengine mtasema I support Kenya, I support Azimio. Yes. But then wacha ukweli ubaki kwa ukweli. Tuseme ukweli na ukweli utatufungua. You cannot stand now and tell us Jubilee government has sunk our economy and you want to revive it through bottom up, yet you endorsed the borrowing you are abusing and discrediting now. What a shame. Can we listen to what Ruto said on borrowing? How he's lamenting now. Can we listen to this man?
Our competitors are telling us that it is okay to have debt. Our competitors are telling us every country has debt. Yes, we agree every country has debt. But good people, we can do better. We can think better to be able to grow our own revenues, and we must not be slaves of debt from any place or any country. Debt must be the last resort. We must grow our economy. We must empower our enterprises. We must create opportunity in agriculture so that we can grow our tax base, get as many Kenyans as possible to pay their taxes so that we can run the affairs of our country on the basis of the revenue that we collect. President Mwai Kibaki taught us that it is possible for us to grow our tax revenues. He took over when tax revenues were at 200 billion. He left when we were collecting more than $1 trillion. Our tax collection has stagnated because of conflict of interest. Our tax revenues are stagnated because we do not have a concrete plan. We are saying our movement will create a concrete plan that will expand our taxes so that we can double our tax revenues and reduce on borrowing and debts that can cripple our country.
That is William Ruto. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, if you support Kenya Kwanza, you need to go back and think twice. If you are a believer of our able deputy president, you must go back and think twice. Yes. You need to go sit down and ask God to forgive you. We cannot have a leader who is promoting the agenda today and tomorrow is abusing the same agenda. Ruto said he will abolish mitumba. But on another forum he says hakuna mtu atauza mitumba. Is that the kind of leadership we want as Kenyans? Huo ndio uongozi mnahitaji? Rais ambaye anaenda Amerika ama anaenda mahali fulani, he negotiates for projects, akifika Kenya anasema mimi sikusema hiyo? Hapana. Mnataka rais ambaye anasimama leo anawaambia maneno, kesho akiulizwa anasema ajui? They have been abusing Uhuru Kenyatta ati ni mlevi, lakini sasa nimeanza kuona walevi ambao wanakunywa pombe ambayo haionekani. Kwa sababu mlevi ndiye anaongea kitu leo, ukimuuliza usiku anasema mimi sikusema hiyo. Ni mlevi peke yake, hakuna mtu mwingine. So we are starting to classify people according to what they say. Yes. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if there is a person in history with Judge Ashley, a person who has never fought for this country, a person who is riding on other people's efforts, is the first deputy president under the 2010 constitution he fought for. He can now form UDA party freely. Why? Because we had multi-party democracy when he was a young boy from university. Jubilee government, Jubilee government. You were in Jubilee. You borrowed together. Mulikula pamoja. Ulienda Nakuru Naivasha ukaambia watu tumewaletea reli. Lakini leo hii ukienda huko tena unaambia watu wa Mombasa ati reli yao iliibiwa. Really? We must think twice as Kenyans. Lazima tufikirie mara mbili na tuchague viongozi who have integrity and people who speak and do as per their speeches. Usituambie leo hii, kesho unasema hii. Kesho ingine unasema hii, kesho ingine unasema hii. You cannot be a leader in this country with that kind of behavior. You cannot make it. You can't. Tunataka kiongozi akisema hii, anafanya hii. Akisema tuende left, tunaenda left. Akisema tuende right, tunaenda right. Akisema ni mbele, ni mbele. Sio kiongozi anasema tuende mbele, akifika mbele anarudi nyuma anasema haya, na mimi sikusema tuende mbele. What kind of a leader is this? Ni wakati wa Kenya tufungue macho. As I always say, I'm not here to make a decision for you. I'm not here to tell you what you're supposed to do, but I'm here to open up your ears and your mind to see where Kenya is heading to, na watapeli ni akina nani, na wezi katika nchi ya Kenya ni akina nani. You're able to see them by your own eyes. I'm here to preach, yes, but preaching to you the gospel of truth. Niko hapa kuhubiri, yes, ninahubiri nini? Injili ya ukweli ya kisiasa. Watu wengi wameniambia kwamba kaka wewe ni mhubiri. Yes, I'm a preacher. I want to preach to you until this gospel sinks into your head. Before the 9th August, I want to preach to you until the gospel of deceit, ya watu ambao wanadanganya, the gospel of people who lie in this country, the gospel of people who can crumble this nation in a second, a gospel of people who double speak, a gospel of deceit, a gospel of liars. Nataka nikuhubiria na nikuambia ukweli hadi kutoke kwa kichwa. I will preach to you and I will tell you for a fact, with a lot of effort, with a lot of authority, I will tell you. Whether you like it or not, I will tell you. Because I've been given this platform to tell you the truth. Why? I don't want history to judge me. I don't want. Mimi nimenawa mikono na nimekuambia, yes, that is Ruto for you, that is Raila for you, that is Wajakoya for you. Make your own decision and elect a leader of integrity. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video.